All right. I hope everyone had plenty of time to get their drinks. I have got 2. And I also had time to give Tally her medicine with the She-Lab and get lots of eggy kisses of Tally after she'd finished her medicine. So I had a pretty good tea break there. The Thluatan supremacy has invaded and taken over a rocky desert planet that belonged to the Almania Major Confederacy. They did not have as good of a time on the tea break as I did. Entranced by the Wild has started making dinner. Nice. What time is it? Oh, yes. It is past 9 p.m. on Saturday, which means I have not eaten anything for 72 hours. Well, actually, plus 3. And, yeah. So, 75 hours so far. And at this point, I basically don't... My body no longer remembers what hunger feels like. Okay, now, we've got defense fleets moving out to do defense fleet stuff. Let's get a destroyer, frigate, escort. Sure, we'll build all those ships. But if we have a look at our fleets, what kind of fleet? I think, yeah, rapid response. That's fine. So we've got bunch of fleets here. We've got the Maze Runners, we've got the 3rd Defense Force. I mean, I like the idea of naming our fleets, but we're probably going to end up with so many of them. Mission complete. We stole research information on basic countermeasures. Nice, that's actually something we want. I feel that, like, the rapid response fleets, though, there are going to be so many of them. Well done, Core NXT. Let me go back into the fleet template. So, a defense fleet template, let's have a look at you. 2 tankers I want there. 1 cruiser, 4 destroyers, 7 frigates. I'm actually going to bump that up to 10, 4 and 1. For no particular reason than I feel that we could easily afford a big, chunky force there. The rapid responses, though, 6 and 10. I feel that that's okay. But our defense force definitely wants to be dangerous. Now, I don't know what's the best way of doing this. How do you do it, chat? In regards to fleets, do you tend to have lots of smaller fleets or a few big fleets? Where do you sit on that? Kind of on the fence. I make 1 or 2 big fleets on manual, then smaller patrol fleets to automate. I like many big fleets, and I cannot lie. Tyler, that is glorious. In peacetime, many small. In wartime, big. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. I feel that the Maze Runners fleet should be upgraded to a bigger fleet. I'm going to rename them. I'm going to set them up as a defense fleet. I'm going to have them top the fleet up with destroyers. Is there a way of me getting rid of the escorts that shouldn't be in there? Like, I can top a fleet up, but can I make the fleet shed the ships it's not meant to have? Propose a gift? Sure, okay. We should explore higher levels to reveal items. We have gained... Okay, let's pause. We've gained ion weapon research. Marvelous. Gave the gift. They now want to join us. Perfect. Perfect. However, should we show me their planet first? What kind of planet is it? Can I... There we go. Got Danthopher there. How do I bring up the actual planet view properly? Like I want to see the overall information, like how many people can live there. Is there a way to know this? The diameter is 3155. I guess I could compare it to other colonies I've got. About 1.5 million. Can make ragtag. I need to figure out what to do with you or scatter you later. That would actually totally work. But yeah, I was trying to see what the max pop is on a planet, but it doesn't look like it gives me straight up information like that, unfortunately. Troops, buildings. Either way, though, I do feel that we should go ahead and colonize this. So let's pop that in. Colonization chance is pretty high right now, which is very nice. But we need more research. Now, we could go down the ion point defense route. That seems like it would make a lot of sense because, oh, this would give me ion blasters for my fighters. That would be glorious. If I could field fighters that could disable ships. Oh, now we are cooking with fire. Though the fighter ion can only damage weapons or shields. Okay, that's fine. It can't take out their internal systems like speed. But still, fighters, it's like a swarm of angry wasps. I definitely feel that ion defense is the next thing for us to go for. Let's grab that. Now we've got 0G combat. We can have ship aboard and marines because it was mentioning that having assault pods on the ship gives boarding defense. So would the shipboard marines. If we had shipboard marines on there, it would further enhance it, would it not? Let's have a look. Oh no, actually that one doesn't give any kind of benefit. Oh, this just makes boarding defense and boarding strength better. Okay, no, that's good. And hang on, maintenance. Oh, maintenance savings. Really? First time on live, loving the V Rising VODs. Oh, wonderful, Mark Risson. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Let's have a look at the boarding pod. The boarding pod gives assault strength, boarding range, assault pod energy use, assault pod speed, shield penetration, launch rate, compound ion defense, component assault, not compound, component ion defense. I honestly think shipboard marines would be great to put on things because it gives assault defense. Now, does assault defense mean that the ship gets a defense? Like, because boarding defense, I would assume, as there's a assault defense, would that mean that my assault troops are better defended when they're boarding? It's kind of worth doing it for just to find out. We're going to grab it. It's going to be done. I am very, very eager to get ablative energy shields, though, as well. Still. We could get layered armor. A little bit of extra use out of the armor that we got. That would be good. We've now got deep space damage control. We could go for advanced damage control if I really want to do, or finish off basic countermeasures. Kind of feel basic countermeasures would be a good move to go for. Yeah, we're going to pop that up a little bit, because that'll be finished basically straight away. I would very much like to have that. Outside of that... I would kind of like to get... Well, we've already got Akdarian diplomacy. I'd like to get the main player diplomacy, so human diplomacy, Boscara diplomacy, basic Xenox diplomacy out of the way. Let's be able to at least talk a little bit better with the major factions. And then enhanced energy collection as well. I'm going to stack all of this up so that we can get all of these done relatively quickly. And I've got plenty of things in there. It seems like Diplotechs are the easiest to see. Oh, right, okay. So I don't mind getting the first one because they're fairly easy to grab as well. Though I may move around the priority though later on. Thanks for the tip on there. Basic countermeasures research, perfect. Let me go into diplomacy. Where are you? Where are you situated? Does it ever tell me where? See if it zooms in on it. No, I'm clicking the wrong place, I think. Does it have like a show? Is there really not a show button? Oh, wait. Is this it? Yes, there we are. Perfect. They're actually not too far away. I could go for them. So, yeah, alright. We'll go through this diplomacy leading to peaceful colonization, sure. I will accept that. Go ahead and build those ships. Now I've got those countermeasures, I actually want to redesign a bunch of my ships, but we'll leave it for now. Hey Gary, how you doing, mate? Can we get a shout out for Gary the Gammarid in chat, please and thank you. I hope I said Gammarid right. The Teekans are great. I enjoy playing the Teekans, actually. I've not got a lot of experience playing the others, a little bit with the Akdarans, the Teekans and the humans, but I'm enjoying the Teekans. Gary has got a fantastic series on Distant Worlds 2 that I have been enjoying the heck out of on YouTube, and I've even caught one of the streams live while he was... well, actually, I've caught a couple of his streams live, but caught him streaming the Distant Worlds 2 live as well. I'm not so sure that I really want to give you my galaxy map. But at the same time, I actually do want yours, so alright then. Oh. They want to end our war. Fair enough. I mean, it was a completely worthless war, so sure. But yeah, chat, if you are interested in more Distant Worlds 2 content, then please do give that link in chat a click and drop Gary a follow. Fantastic content creator, and I've been really enjoying their coverage of Distant Worlds 2. Your galaxy looks so nice and diverse. My galaxy is probably going to grind my computer to a halt once we get into late game, but yeah, so far it's a bit of an interesting one. Colonize an independent world, hooray! We actually had them in just standing by, ready to do that, so I'm very glad we got that done. But now we need a name. Oh, actually, we also need a bunch of other things done. So let's see what we got. You want... Yes, let's get a small spaceport over here. That's a definite. And also another exploration ship. Well, I mean... Actually, yeah, that's not too bad. I don't mind that one, actually, at all. I think that's a pretty solid idea, actually. Right, so... We're going to need a name for our new world. Oh, this is going to have the wrong name. Okay, remind me to change the name of the station as well. What's the keyword we're going to use for this one, I wonder? Let's... Get another keyword. The keyword this time will be... let's see. Hashtag Gammarid. There you go. Just type hashtag Gammarid in chat if you would like the chance to be named, or rather have the planet named. I'm not going to change your name because that comes with fees, and I'm not going to. Yeah, sorry. But if you do want to change your name, then by all means, and let me know if you win that you are actually planning on changing your name legally, and I will rename the planet to the name that you're going for. You know, just to save on confusion later. We'll think forward, you know. I can confidently say that either it will grind your PC into only 5/5 a halt, or it will halt 20% later. As of no, to be fair, the game has been a lot better. Because I've been playing a little human game to the side just to play around with the automation settings and get used to handing off more control to the AI, and it is done a lot better, a lot better. I haven't gotten like truly end game yet though, so I'm still kind of operating with the assumption of the first game that I ever tried to play, which got to like mid game and it was like, oh, I'm feeling this now. I am starting to regret going on the largest galaxy size with the most stars with 20 other factions. I may have bitten off more than I can chew. Yes. So actually, let me zoom out. Where are you suggesting this be? It's a little bit far, but that's 2 bits. Yeah, all right then. 4% colony development and 6%. That's really the arse end of nowhere, and I am so far away from it. That's a rough one to decide on. Sure, I'll go for a restricted trade agreement, sure. Yeah, it's the largest galaxy size. Actually, it is the largest galaxy size, but I don't know if it's the largest spread of stars. If anyone has a chance to hop on over to Aavak After Hours and check out the first video in the Distant Worlds 2 playlist to let me know what we set up the galaxy to be. It is you who are in the ass end of nowhere. Actually, kind of true. Yeah, fair enough. I take that back. That is fair. We are on the edge of the galaxy. Fair. Yeah. All right. Well said. Your rebuke was perfectly executed. Hey, Olivin, how you doing, mate? Awesome to see you in chat. How did D&D go, buddy? But is there a way? This is a question that I would love to have the answer to. Because obviously our ships have a certain range that they can travel across. Is there a way of seeing how far something is away from another point? Like, can I click on something? I know I can't do it with shift, but is there some sort of hotkey where I can click on a point, hold the hotkey down, and then it'll tell me how far away my cursor is from that point, so I can kind of estimate how big of a journey that is for my ships? Second largest size, 2,000 stars, dense spread. Thank you very much, Wolf. Scholar and a gentleman. Yeah, a measurement tool. If there is a measurement tool in the game, I have not found it yet. If someone in chat is about to tell me that it exists, I'm going to curse myself for not looking more thoroughly, but then thank the chatter for making my life much, much easier. There is, as far as Gary knows, there is no good way as of yet. That is a shame. I think this is a bit too far away from me. That being said, do I have diplomatic ties strong enough with you? Military refueling. A military refueling treaty. Does that also allow for refueling of private ships? Yeah. Tyler, that would be the best way I can think of, because there are other games with similar features where distance is a very important thing. You can just kind of click on a point. you have to anchor it to something, obviously. And then you just hold down a hotkey and then you draw the point. Though, you know, likewise, you could just kind of maybe hold the hotkey down and then you click on a point and then click on another and it tells you what's between it. But yeah, if you could just anchor it and then just it tells you how far away from the point that you've anchored it to your cursor is whilst you're holding down the key, it would make it so good. It would make it so good. Yeah, just a number next to the cursor was all it would need. But it would make planning things so amazing. Because right now, I have no idea what this distance is to like my hub or even from the closest place that they could refuel. So I don't know if this is a really dumb idea and that my freighters are going to spend half their time without fuel and my fuel tankers are going to be jumping back and forth all the time. Yeah, hold and drag or setting to points or a hotkey, regardless, it would be so useful. I'm going to throw caution to the wind. We're just going to set that up for now, but yeah, that would be glorious. Alright, okay, we need to name our new colony, and I think I've given Jet plenty of time now to get the name ready. Let's find out who Nightbot favors. Chaotrocles, let your will be known. It is Isham Gamer. Well done, Isham. And this name is paid for by Malakin. There you go. Thank you very much for that, Malakin. Now, let's get this. Of course, that's not going to work. I wish Control V would work. Isham Gamer. And we will zoom right into Isham Gamer, which I believe is here. Yes. And we will rename this the Isham Gamer Spaceport. There we go. Aavak, clipboard access for text is another quality of life thing that would be good. Oh, it would be great for me. I don't know how much that would impact the vast majority of people, but definitely for a streamer, or just a YouTuber or anyone who is likely to want to involve their community, which realistically most of us do, like almost all of us do. Having the ability to just cut and paste a name would be amazing. It's such a tiny thing, but it honestly, like, you don't notice it if you're not looking for it, but if you go to use it and it isn't there, you really feel it. Mission complete. And Speaker Player has evaded detection after successfully carrying out their mission on basic countermeasures. Hooray! I think we already had that, but hooray! And it's a sandy moon. How appropriate. I live in a desert. Well, I mean, that's perfect then. Because both the Gazurians and the Tekin both like sandy places. Right, that check has failed me. What kind of interstellar travel do we have currently? We have... presently, the hyperdrive technology. So we haven't gone down any of the big old branches yet. Unless you meant, like, in this game, what is the... Actually, I'm just going to drop all those off. What is the form of FTL that we're using? I'm not sure it actually ever tries to really give you an answer on how we're moving faster than light, but you know, they're called hyperdrives. I don't think it actually describes how it works, or even what traveling by hyperdrive is like. Now, the first one is called Warp Field Experiment, Stable Warp Fields, Hyperdrive, and they keep getting further on. So probably pinching space-time a little bit. Pinching space-time in front of you and expanding it out behind you. You're not actually moving, and the space around the ship is completely more or less static. You're just causing a swell in the three-dimensional space in the direction you want to go in. Yeah, we're just giving space-time a little tug on the cheek. On that note, I'm not really big into getting the next hyperdrive, honestly. I think more than anything, I would like to improve our efficiency with what we've got. So one thing I would like to get better is energy collectors. Oh, that's already there. Good. So the next thing then is probably going to be power. We could either go for fusion mastery or quantum exploitation. Right, let's have a look at these. So fusion mastery would give us reactor output of 89 a second, reactor storage capacity of 151, energy to fuel to energy ratio of 1.8 to 1 to 1000. Much worse fuel to energy ratio, quite a lot bigger storage capacity, and a hell of a lot more reactor output. Up here, more or less the same. Slightly better efficiency, though. I don't think we really need to worry about it. I think we're going to go for the quantum exploitation. There we go. That's our research queue for the next little while. And while we're talking about FTL, okay, I want to point out one thing that I don't know if many people have ever really noticed. It's kind of subtle in how they do it. But I always... Well, there's two things I'll draw attention to. Oh, there we go. We got energy torpedo weapons. Nice. Two things that EVE Online did that kind of I geeked out about a bit. One is they did a really good job on wormholes. Like the way that a spatial anomaly like a wormhole would look in three-dimensional space. Probably one of the best renditions of that in any game I have ever played. That's kind of an aside because it wasn't what I was going to say, but when I started thinking about how they did, how they displayed information, that jumped in because it was like, actually, they did a really good job on that. So wormholes, amazing. I will totally take a restricted trade agreement. But the second thing is, when you're moving it faster than the speed of light in EVE Online, they've got the blue shift, red shift right. Most people will never notice it because they're never looking backwards on their ship. But they've got blue shift and red shift behind and in front of you. It is such a geeky, tiny, tiny, tiny little detail. But I appreciated it so much. So much. I love it when games just do that. And they never bring notice to it. They just do it. No explanation on what it is, why it is that way. Just do it. And I loved it. Let's have a look at you. Troop research 15%. That's a lot. I don't think we can say no to that. Let's have a look at you. Propose the following treaty. Non-aggression. Let's have a look at this first. Where are you and what are you describing? Bifurian silk. 7% colony development. And plus 1% colony income. Yes, I think so. I think we must have that, yes. Let's go and do with it. But the Curious Nation, Nam Curious Nation, propose foreign treaties, research project, deep space damage control, and store. Why would I give them tech? Wait, I mean, they're displeased with it. I'm not going to give them that much tech. Sod that for a game of toy soldiers. I do not feel particularly threatened by them. No, decline. Give tech? No, I take tech. We do not give tech. We take tech. Oh yeah, the black holes, Tyler. Yes, the black holes in the black holes in Distant World 2 are rough. They are really rough. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, like, I understand why black holes looked that way for a long time, because realistically, that's what the public consciousness thought of black holes. Because whenever black holes were ever represented to anyone, the easiest way of showing it was on some sort of 2D plane with a big kind of gravity well. And it's like, oh yeah, that's a black hole. And people think of holes in a two-dimensional idea. People rarely think of holes in a three-dimensional sense, because holes are in something, and something is usually a plane of some sort. But at this point, I feel, and maybe this is a gross overestimation on my part, but I feel that the public consciousness understands what a black hole looks like now. Like, we've got pictures of a black hole. Obviously, it's not of the black hole, but you know, we've got really hard science data on what a black hole would appear to be. The accretion disk, everything. So at this point, whenever a game does oh yeah, it's a black hole. It's a 3D game, but it's basically just a 2D plane in space, and it's whoop into the space. It's like, really? I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Doakan tea is made from the leaves of Doakan bamboo. It grows in shady areas in the mountainous regions of desert savanna planets. It does not require much water to survive, making the leaves crinkly and scratchy. Tea made from the leaves has a lot of flavor. Ah, perfect. I would literally go to war for that planet. Yeah, no, exactly. People didn't really know until we had heavily simulated it, and oh, poop. Crap. Ukamaru, are we going to try and get you back? I think we're about to try and get you back, Ukamaru. I'm a little bit worried, though. All right, so... Okay, now here's a thing. Here's a quick thing. They've got so many spines. If we have a look at that, I'm not sure if this has been changed, but you could... Now, I think having a diplomat there allows you to see this. I'm not sure if you can always see it. Let me just have a quick look. So, let me just do that, and then we're going to go to a different one. Let's click on you. Do I have any info about you? Click on you. No. Do I? But okay. So having a diplomat there is the key. I can see their skills right now. Ukamaru was either one of my primary spies, or Core NXT has got the high and unspeakable. No, Ukamaru didn't have very high espionage to begin with. So by looking at this, I can be relatively certain that they're not a double agent. Because they've got a positive espionage. And they were not one of the people that had like plus 20 espionage. So having an ambassador there is letting me know that they are probably not a double agent yet. I'm kind of on the fence on whether this is good or bad. I kind of feel... The fact that I have to have a diplomat there to see this, before I realized that, I more or less flat out felt that this was cheesy and should be fixed. But now knowing that you have to have the diplomat there makes it a little bit better, in my opinion. Did you know you can show all known locations for the people? What? You want to see me go to war? I'm on to you, Gary. In my opinion, the game about space exploration with technology that has not even been proven yet. I think the devs have the creative freedom to make black holes as they like them. Right, but we know what black holes look like, though. I mean, we have a... Okay, the way I'm going to approach this, Leafin, right? From what I understand, when Jurassic Park came out, the world was amazed But not just like the people who went to see the movie and was like, it's a movie with dinosaurs. This is the most realistic. It feels like they're alive. But the scientific community were like, that's amazing. You've done such a good job of depicting those dinosaurs. That's brilliant. I'm so happy. You've furthered the public's knowledge about dinosaurs. And then more science happened. It was like, actually, dinosaurs have feathers. Yeah, the velociraptors, they probably look like just giant moa birds, only more sleek and big talons. Also not as tall or as capable of, like, just kicking you into a fine mist. They can slice you, but moa's very much dangerous. But then, like, the most recent Jurassic Parks came out, and they've still got, dinosaurs are big lizards. And, like, the science community is like, this is awful. You're putting public knowledge back decades. Why? You have the power and the platform to educate, but instead you mire us in the swamp of sadness and ignorance. I would say we're basically at that point now, Leafin, with black holes. Totally feel that. It's like, yes, before we had a good idea of what black holes looked like, creative freedom all the way, do you? Now we do, though. It's like, did you have to make it look like this, though? You could have done it a little bit better. In the early Jurassic Park, they kind of had some excuse by saying they gene mixed them with frogs or some amphibians, so they're more scaly. I mean, that actually does make sense. I wasn't aware that's why they all looked like just big scaly lizards. That actually does make a lot of sense. I will retract my statement to a certain degree. At this point, Jurassic Park is just turning into the old dinosaurs attack. Yeah. But anyway, I think we can probably give it a try. So let's speak with you. Hi, I'd like to negotiate a deal. Oh, apparently one of my other spies is here. Udar Gragragan. Yeah, no, you are 1020% a double agent. I don't need them back. But I do want Ukamaru. Ukamaru is pristine and wonderful, and I like them, and we will have them back, please. I will give you... I will tell you how to talk to me better. No. See, this matters so much less to me. Like, so much less to me. I don't mind telling you how to talk to me better and not to ask me to be your slave. I could just buy them as well. I kind of liked your first contact slave protocol. I mean, you know, on the one hand, it's like, oh no, I've made this mistake, please forgive us. And eventually it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess, you know, everyone makes mistakes. But, you know, it's kind of like that whole, will you be a slave? Only joking. Unless you were going to say yes. I think I will let them know how to talk to us. But in exchange, I also want this, and I also want... I'm going to totally take you for everything you're worth. I'd like that too, since they are in my territory after all. They'll still take it. I could force them to end wars. What? I don't want him back. Or I could very carefully construct the cost and save this for something big. I give you better... see, I don't want to make their ships better. That's the thing. If I gave them ion weapons... crew systems and basic countermeasures, and I drop... no, I think I'm just going to go all in and just teach them how to talk to us. Culture and customs. Either that or just pay for it. Like, this is a lot of research, but it's also not really something that I think is super important for us to keep away from them? I don't know. That being said, I could get the other spy back, but I'm just immediately going to send them to the recycling station. Because they're a double agent now. Like, this would teach them our culture and customs. If they get it, they'll have better relationships. Ah, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. That is kind of true, actually. We would have better relationships with them automatically. Huh. Alright, well, let's just top up the credits until we get what we want. There we go. What do you think of this deal? There we go. Marvellous. Alright. Done and done and done. Welcome back. Where are you? Ah, thank goodness. You are not a terrible spy. Hooray for not having a terrible spy. But I think that makes it fast. Oh, does it? Does having spies in enemy clutches limit how quickly I can... Oh, holy crap. Do I need it, though? That is very high percentages, but... accurate point defense in exchange for rapid point defense. I'll accept, sure. Did actually want that, so that's fine. Having less spies makes recruiting spies faster. Right. And so having that spy... Ah, damn it, I should have got him then. Okay. I will negotiate his return so that I can then send him to the recycling plant. Thank you. You. To the recycling station you go. Even though you actually have a positive... you have a positive espionage, which is the crazy thing. You're just garbage at so many things, but you are actually positive on espionage because you had such a high espionage at one point. Nope. I never much enjoyed the spy game in Distant Worlds 2, as it is. One of the mods I made disabled the whole espionage system. Oh, really? I'm okay with it. I think it's a lot better now that they've made espionage much less powerful. Because honestly, before, when it got to the point where, oh yeah, like 95% chance to get something, it'll only take you 3 months. It was like, yeah, I have all of the tech forever now because I basically raided a pirate. No, you're off. Enjoy the oubliette. You can keep Road Train company. Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. I wanted to have a look at whether we needed Mebla. How much are we bringing in? We are bringing in hopeless amounts of it. But, I mean, it would make it available for the rest of the galaxy to enjoy. Oh, they're already building it. They're building them by themselves at this point. Whatever. I'm not really making the choice at this point. I'm just allowing them to do it and vetoing it if I don't want it. Leafin, mercantile. Dammy, are we slave traders? Dammy says, we have wares if you have coins. Basically, we don't really care about the wares as long as you have the coins. Indeed. And if you don't have coins, you become the wares. I feel that this is very true. In terms of building the stations, I've got it set to suggest and execute. But as far as the finances, that is set to colony tax rates. I'm fairly certain that the funding levels are manual. Yeah. I'm trying to get better just allowing the AI to do a lot of the heavy lifting with that sort of stuff, because it's just, there's no reason for me to do it all. There really isn't, and yet I'm so bad at that. Okay. But you know what we needed to do? We need to set up more fleets. All the frigates are in there, beautiful. Destroyers too. What just happened? Oh, nice. Got a new spy. What? Oh my lord. That pulls there. Sure, you can go and investigate the threats. Get some more ships. It's fine. Maze runners can go and deal with those threats, sure. In the Granite Retreat, we have made a curious discovery. We found a data core containing the coordinates of a lost colony. The colony can be found at the planet Ulanja 1 in the Ulanj system. We should hurry to this location and claim this colony for our empire. These ruins provide the following empire-wide bonuses. 9% counter... Ooh. Nice. These ruins provide the following colony bonuses. I think we need this one.